Okay, this particular video, we are going to work on two things. The first thing is solving a work problem. It's a word problem that talks about work being done. And also solving a rational equation. So we are going to look at number 1 here. Bill can clean the attic in 14 hours. Kaylee can clean the same attic in 8 hours. Find how long it would take them to if they work together. Well, we know if Kaylee does it by herself, it's going to be 8 hours. So Bill helping her is only going to reduce that 8 hours. So when we get our answer out, our answer should be less than 8 hours because Kaylee could do it by herself. Bill isn't distracting her and making her take longer. She can actually do it. So our answer, we know in our head, our answer has to be less than 8. So let's think about this problem. So there's going to be a portion of the work that Bill does, and there's going to be a portion of the work that Kaylee does. And we know that that is equal to one whole job. Now, we want to think about it in terms of portion that each person does. So in 1 hour, so let's think about in 1 hour, we know that Bill can do 1/14 of the work because it takes him 14 hours. So in 1 hour, he does 1/14 of the attic. If we were to divide the attic into 14 equal parts, he could do one of those parts. Kaylee can clean the attic faster. In 1 hour, she could do 1/8 of the attic. Now, if they were working together, we know that they could do, we don't know how long it would take them, but in 1 hour, if it took them 2 hours, they would do half of the job. If it took them 3 hours, they would do a third of the job. So we're going to put 1/t, and t equals the number of hours it takes for them to do the job together. Keyword there is together. All right. So if we look at this problem and we need to solve it, we kind of want to think about a common denominator. Now you can go for the lowest common denominator, but all these work problems, they're pretty simple. So typically for my common denominator, I don't make it the lowest. I just say, well, 14 has to be there, and 8 has to be there, and a t has to be there. You'll see why. I could have made it something smaller. I probably could have made it 56, I think. Yeah, 56, and that would have take care of it too. So I'm going to take each one of these and I'm going to multiply by that common denominator. But do you notice I did not multiply it out? I don't want to multiply it out because then I'm going to just have to break it down again. So I'm just going to leave it as a string of multiplication. All right. Because I am allowed to multiply each thing of the equation by a number. I'm just being choosy about what that number is. It just happens to be a common denominator. All right, so now we can cancel because this is like over 1. So my 14 cancels, I get 8t. My 8 cancels, I get 14t. And my t cancels, and I get 8 times 14, which would be 112. So 32, yeah, 112. And so now we're going to go ahead and combine our like terms. 22t equals 112. T will equal, says round to the nearest hundredth, 5.09 hours. So now we need to go ahead and write our sentence for this question. It says, find how long it would take them if they work together. it will take them 5.09 hours working together. I probably should have said working together, comma, it will take them 5.09 hours. Now, this 09 hours does not mean 5 hours and 9 minutes. This is 0.09. We would have to multiply that by 60 minutes in an hour. So it's about 5 minutes. 5 hours and 5.4 minutes. We're not, you don't have to take it that way, but I really want you to know that this 0.09 does not mean 9 minutes. All right, so let's do one more and then we'll be done. Let's look at one like number 5. So in number 5, it says, working alone, Beth can harvest a field in 11 hours. So we've got Beth. One day, her friend Maria helped her, and it only took them 5.96 hours. Find how long it would take Maria to do it alone. So remember, we have Maria and Beth. Beth can do it in 11 hours. So in 1 hour, Beth could do 1/11. Now, Maria, we don't know. So we know for Maria, she could do 1 over m, and m equals the number of hours it takes for Maria to work alone. Finish the job alone. We always want to define our variable. And then it told us that it would be 5.96 hours together. So we know their together time is 1 over 5.96, and this is together. All right. So we have our equation. We defined our variable. We wrote our equation. Now let's solve it. Our LCD for this one, well, we need an 11. We're not going to do an LCD. We're just going to do a common denominator. It'll be easier. We need an M, and we need a 5.96. On the last set of problems that you're doing that are not work problems, you do need to find the LCD, not just the CD, because your things are going to get wildly out of control. So you definitely need an LCD, but in this case, we don't. So we're going to take this and multiply by each one. Got 11. I have M, and I have 5.96. I have 11, I have M, and I have 5.96. Now that's not an exponent, that is just being multiplied. And so we'd end up with our 11's cancel. We have 5.96 M plus our M's cancel. 11 times 5.96, and then our 5.96's cancel, and I get 11m. All right, I'm going to get rid of my 5.96m, and I can solve from there.